The end is nigh, my excellent friends. It's been 10 long years as the Director of Football on FM23, and there are just 2 matches left to go. I'm sure you'll remember at the end of the last episode, I became a little frustrated with the performance of our now former assistant manager, Stuart Ward, who did win the Bundesliga for Borussia Dortmund in his first season. But his choices in the Champions League round of 16 match against Bayern were questionable, to say the least. He did not survive, but you'll be glad to know I've brought back an old friend, Antony Clarke. I've rescued him from purgatory at Chelsea. He's still England assistant manager to me as Director of Football. He is now assistant manager at Borussia Dortmund as well, and it's down to him now to secure the best ever points total in Borussia Dortmund's history. He's not had a bad start. We've already won the Bundesliga title. The board are over the moon that we've achieved that objective 3 years ahead of schedule. And of course, it's our second in a row. It hasn't been all plain sailing for Antony Clarke though since he came in. He did beat Union Berlin in his first match, but then lost away at Köln, which I was very concerned about. I did wonder if we would wobble at the most inopportune moment, but 3 wins on the bounce, including a penalty shootout victory in the semi-final of the Cup, before we lost 3-1 to Bayern. Of course we did. We then won 3 matches on the bounce to seal our league title, 1 more win in our final league match of the season, and we set an 85-point total, 2 more than we achieved last year in our previous record season. And then the final of the Cup against who else? 1 more chance for revenge against Bayern. Well, we warm up for these final 2 matches with an entirely unsurprising piece of news. Endrick is named Footballer of the Year. 31 goals and 10 assists in 45 matches, a 7.48 average rating. I really wish that he could do the business in big matches though. That would have been a big help this season. And would you look at that, we win 2-1 on the final day of the season against Hertha Berlin. We get nearly £100 million for winning the Bundesliga, and in the end we stormed it. We beat Leipzig by 8 points and finished 11 clear of Bayern. Why can't we just beat them 1-1? I am absolutely desperate to emerge victorious in this cup final. Now our attention switches fully to the cup final. Antony Clarke wants me to say how important this match is and let them know how much a win would mean. Who am I to disagree with such a legend? I know how special cup finals are, boys, so enjoy the occasion, drink it in, and do everything you can to make it a memorable day with a win. Yeah, the boss is right. This is a massive match, so let's give our all to get out there and win. Pump my fists, that is what I wanted to hear. And look at that. Every single player in the squad's morale is completely maxed. We'll praise all of the boys for training well too, just to get every marginal gain we possibly can. And then it's time for me to take my final match day holiday. One last chance to see Antony Clarke's team take to the field and hopefully emerge victorious with a trophy. We're playing with a new 4-3-3 formation. That's Clarke's preferred lineup and style of play against Bayern's well-known 4-2-3-1, which gave us some serious trouble, obviously, in the Champions League. The teams lining up. Oh, what a series this has been, my excellent friends. When we began 10 seasons ago, I think I must have had about 50 subscribers, and here we are now, finishing FM23 with over 2,500. You guys are amazing, and I cannot thank you enough for your incredible, amazing support. I have loved every second of it. I hope you have as well. Along the way, I've ended up streaming on Twitch. This is something I never thought that I'd do. I've got people wanting to follow the story that I've been creating with Antony Clarke, and Ben Doak has put us 1-0 up in the cup final against Bayern. Oh, what a fairy tale ending this would be. It would almost, but not quite, make up for the catastrophic failure in the Champions League that Stuart Ward presided over. I will never forget for the rest of my life, no matter how many versions of Football Manager I play, I will never, ever overcome him not picking our backup striker on the bench and allowing Endrick to sit there up front getting a 5.9 average rating when Oh, it was absolutely shocking. He doesn't like big matches, we know that, but he's been played through here. Endrick, can you actually set something up, or are you going to lose the ball? He plays it to Ziyech, he's back to Warner. Oh, Endrick scores in a big match. Victory is on the cards, my excellent friends. Victory is on the cards. Should have brought Antony in at the start of the season, shouldn't I? If you remember when we moved to Dortmund, he refused to leave Everton. He was happy there. He'd just signed a new contract. Luis Enrique came in and promptly sacked him as assistant manager. Turns out he moved to Chelsea, doing a steady enough job there, but I wish he had been with us this season. Well, definitely Clarke has been praising the team there. You can see everyone was delighted with the feedback, and Bayern might have more possession this time. They might have completed more passes, but it does not matter because we are 2 goals to the good. Check this out. Oh, wonderful stuff. I don't know about you, my excellent friends, but I am starting to believe. I'm starting to believe that we might finally beat Bayern in a big match. Our victory in the league this season, we did beat them 1-0 away from home. We could have lost and it wouldn't have actually made a difference to the outcome of the league in the end because we finished so far ahead of Leipzig. So this feels like one that we really have to win just for our own self-respect, to prove that in a big match... Oh my word, that's the best goal of the year! Can you believe it? That must have been an intended cross. But oh my word, we've saved the very best goal that any of my teams have scored on FM23 for our final match. Oh, Saltor, you absolute legend. What a glorious, glorious way to sign off this is. Wasn't expecting it at all. Kurz's dropped back now. He's playing as more a defensive fullback. It looks like 75 minutes have gone. Clarke's not making any changes. He doesn't feel the need to. We've got tired players. He doesn't care. Marquez coming on. Well, that's good to get him some final game time. He's been an absolutely quality player for us at Dortmund the last couple of years. Bayern might get one back here right at the death, but no. Ziyech manages to get back. Cover defensively. Doak just running down the line. Warner with an opportunity to play us in. Doak is in again. It is tackled, but Doak has an opportunity to put it into the box. Quesada makes it 4. Oh my word. Where was this? Where was this in the Champions League? I'd been convinced that Stuart Ward, because of what he'd achieved with this Dortmund side, was the best assistant manager that I've worked with as director of football this year. I should have known better. Antony Clarke is an absolute hero. The ultimate legend of this director of Moneyball save, I am sure you will agree. 4 goals to 0. Not only is that just the second time that we've beaten the mighty Bayern Munich, but we absolutely walloped them. Antony Clarke, I love you. I know you're a completely fictional new gen. Doesn't matter. If I could, I'd give you a massive hug right now, and I wish you were up there holding that trophy aloft because it's yours. It's yours, my excellent friend. You deserve it. Oh, what a year it's been, my awesome friends. What a year it has been. Check it out. We've done the domestic double. Runners up in the Super Cup, knocked out in the last 16. I was getting so carried away in the previous episode, I could have sworn we were in the quarter-final, but no, Stuart Ward's failure was even worse than I initially thought. Won the league by 8 points and smashed Bayern Munich in the cup final. What a year! So before we sign off, let's take a look back and see how the other clubs that I have taken charge of this year have fared in my absence. Worthing, I'm sad to say, have been bouncing up and down a little bit. This was the year we took charge, 2022, and with the help of Ben Watson, led them to promotion the following year. We then obviously moved on to Birmingham. They did stay in the National League for 3 years in a row, came back up at the first time of asking, went back down again, came back up again, managed to stabilise in mid-table last season, but sadly have finished in 23rd. So it's back down to the National League South for Worthing. We got off to a great start. I absolutely loved my time there, but we didn't manage to turn them around long term. And Birmingham, as you would probably expect with all of their financial shenanigans, really, really struggled. I somehow managed, with the help of Thomas Lech, to keep Birmingham in the Championship the first season that I took over. And incredibly, we managed to get them to a 7th placed finish the following season. But since then, it's been a rocky, rocky road. They finished 4th in League One after relegation last season, but they have been promoted back to the Championship after winning the playoffs. Everton, oh my Everton, a club who I absolutely fell in love with after taking charge of them in the Championship, and with the help of Antony Clarke leading them to a record promotion-winning season and the Premier League title. After I left, they appointed Luis Enrique, who did okay, finished 2nd in his first season, but they have had a shocking second season under Enrique, and he was sacked about 4 games ago. They finished in 9th place in the Premier League. But it is clear to see that I made my mark on this team. Van Ginkel, Rijsdijk, Ledoux, Bruce Smith, Markovic, Mansverk, McNamee and Shelderup, and Finch, in fact, every single one of them, all but 2 players in Everton's best 11, were signings that I made. That is the quality sign of an excellent director of football. 7 competitions I've won over the last 10 years. Twice we've finished runners-up. Started with promotion from the National League South as champions with Worthing. Won the Championship with Everton. Became Premier Division champions 3 years later. Won the German Super Cup, Bundesliga champions in my first full season with Dortmund, and then the double this year. And I would say that overall record, in terms of a Moneyball statistic, is not too bad. We sold 168 players for a total value of £1.45 billion. Bought 140 for 1.7. Highest fee was Endrick. Highest fee received was Penoff. And I've achieved all of that, all of those victories, all of those memories, without managing a single match. Every moment of this save has been accomplished while playing as the director of football. So I think it's absolutely fitting Antony Clarke gets the last word for this save. He says the performance from the players was fantastic, and we fully deserve this. Antony, my excellent friend, I cannot agree more. I'd just go one step further and say the performance of every one of you watching has been fantastic as well. We fully deserve this together. Let me know in the comments below what your favourite moments of this save were. There are so many to choose from, but drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and we will be back very, very soon with some awesome Football Manager 2024 Director of Moneyball content. See you soon, my excellent friends. Be excellent to each other.